ladies and gentlemen, I hope you had a wonderful day. I'm going to start this video off a little different. I'm going to start it off with love for my lurkers, love for everybody watching the video, and hopefully I could answer a couple of your questions. Now, shout out to Juice Trace. You see him in the comments. I know he's active all the time. I love you. And he said in the chat today, he's like, Josh feels underappreciated. And nah, man. And what I want to show you, man, just like, bro, all of these comments, man, from the lurkers. God bless you, Cody. God bless you, 1080 Phil. It's like, this is why it's like my duty to like, I got love for all of y'all showing love. And I feel bad that I don't respond to all of them. But this is my preferred method. And that's why, too, I hope I could answer some of these questions. But with all that being said, I just kind of want to set the record straight, man. This channel and kind of what I'm realizing is it's not going to be for beginners. I have a lot of old option videos and a lot of beginning things for the long term, and I really want you to do that. And if you got the drive for it, bro, we are going to help you, and it's all going to be free. It's not sponsored by anything or anybody. This is just the community supporting the community, and we've done it for years at this point. I mean, without a hitch. So the point I'm trying to say here is that, hey, if you want to get involved, you're going to have to get involved on your own to a degree. This is not going to be beginner stuff. And there's a couple of future questions that came out, and I want to share them with you. But like I'm saying, I am putting the initiative on you. And like what I'm trying to tell you, I feel more appreciated than anything right now. And that's why it's like I'm here to help the people who want to keep growing and who are in the game. And that's the people who have supported us this whole way here. I'm here for the people, man. So I'm sorry if you're new. And if you are new, doesn't mean we can't help you, or if you're a beginner. And that's why I'm saying, yo, get around some high level stuff. Even if it's not beginner, I'm telling you, you're definitely going to learn stuff, but it's going to be different. It's not someone trying to sell you stuff, shove an easy strategy down. You know, that's not how it's going to be. But hopefully that helps. But now let me answer a couple of these questions. So I'm going to start here with Sashib, or I hope I said it right, man. I got a cousin with a similar name, but he said thanks for the video, and he was wondering, can I make a futures lesson video? So I might do it, but the thing about the futures, and this is why I would recommend trading shares first, is because futures are really risky, man, and it's different than options. You know, back in the day, even with the options videos, options have a defined risk. On every future trade, going long or short, you are exposed to unlimited risk. Believe it or not, one of those ES contracts is worth like $300,000. So if the market goes 10%, you will lose. And you guys have watched me lose. It's not like literally you've watched me go down $9,000 in a couple of minutes. So this isn't something I want to promote like that. And it may be something we get into, but here's the thing. The best thing I think you could do to learn it is paper trade and watch the stream. I'm doing it live with real money. None of it is a recommendation, and I want you to learn. But like, yo, I said this on stream. Don't let the fast money fool you. I made a couple $100s, a couple $1,000s in a couple of minutes. It looks all good and all of that, but all of this is extremely risky, and I'm taking a lot of risks. So what I've told people to do is paper trade, watch on stream, and dude, you could literally go second by second with me with fake money until you understand, and you could start with the micros and just really get into it, and you will get comfortable. But if you don't paper trade, you will get clapped. And that's one thing I'll tell you, man, futures. And this is why, if you don't heed the warning I'm giving you now, and I'm not giving any instructional videos, they will clap you. That's it. Futures for the beginning of financial times, dude, they've been wiping mother effers out, okay? So just don't forget that. Oh, my computer, I need to reset it. I had all my questions on the computer, and it's tripping out. We had some... Dude, did it just shut down on me? Are you kidding me? Oh, man. So I missed out of that one, so I won't even be able to say the names and all of that. And we're going to jump to the screen here, too. And you know why you don't see my face, man? This format is supposed to inspire you to ask questions and look into it, because even if you saw someone's name or face, they'll still scam $20 billion, man. And we've always want people to just think, ask questions, and think for yourself. And many other reasons, and I get my privacy, and people get crazy with it. But I'm missing the other questions. I'm missing the name, but somebody asked, you said, hey, do you like scalping options with futures? And not really. Again, the strategy is different. The futures is dollar for dollar, but he was saying, how much are you going in on all of these? And there's a little thing on TD Ameritrade. If you go to futures and you go here to the side, you'll see it. It'll tell you how much every tick is worth. And this is why I say paper trade, because you could understand it better. I'm not even good at math, and the only way I got it was to paper trade it and understand it. So like on the ES, pretty much every 10 points on the SPY, the ES, is going to be $500. So as far as the contract amount though, to open up a /ES, you will need $14,000 liquid, maybe give or take a couple of thousand. And if you're long or short, depending on the day, the margin requirements will fluctuate a little bit. And then for the micros, you'll need no more than like 1,000 to 1,500. Now, it depends on your broker. And usually the next question from here, what broker do you use? I'm telling you, you can listen to me or not. I've been giving info for a while on a lot of this, but I would only use TD Ameritrade. There's a lot of futures providers. There's going to be prop traders and people saying you can fund the account. You don't need a middleman. You could do it all on TD Ameritrade. Keep your own money. Even a little bit of leverage is enough to go a long way, and just keep it there. And I'll just tell you something right now. If your brokerage does not give you a CME daily statement, you should be able to get a daily statement every single day. If they don't give that to you, then your trades aren't even hitting the real market, and it's a B-book. There's no effect on it. So hopefully that helps. But now let's get into the screen, baby.
Working to the couch, it's the 2020 last. Live in the hills, but I still get a spread. Started with a little, but I still reinvest it. Feel how I feel, then you feel like a blessing. I just want the lesson, I just want protection. I'm up and I'm down, but they sound like progression. Farmer never plans if he waits for perfection. Finger to the down.
But right off the bat, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to start with what happened today, because remember, we had a weird day with all of the war news. And honestly, even though there was updates, there was like Article 4 where NATO was going to meet, and some people said it's not there. Believe it or not, you didn't really get an update, and I have one to share with you, but the whole point is we were a little bit up. Remember, people were worried about overreaction or not, and then the retail sales came in today, and it was very good. And remember, if retail sales are doing good, if any economic data is doing good, the reason why people don't like that is because demand raises inflation. So that gave us a negative effect, but man, we were talking about it all day. The volume was very, very low. It was a pretty consistent downtrend all day. There was a couple of pops, a couple of Fed speakers, but it's like the market was looking for news and it didn't get it. And then there was the uncertainty of yesterday, and then the bonds did make a pretty big move, and then a lot of even the war plays, they're kind of up there in the middle. So that's like the quick mini recap, but now let's get into some of the plays here. Honestly, it didn't load, and I wanted it to look all smooth. Okay, there it is. There it is. But right off the bat, man, the retail sales in the date. Oh, I forgot the intro too. Hold on. Run it. No, wait, I'm going to just play it earlier. I'm confusing. This is just my internal dialogue at this point. But anyways, the retail sales, the data, it had effect today. But, I mean, one thing is certain, that war effect is still lingering. So watch out for everything. If you don't understand it, I encourage you to watch yesterday's watch list. But here's something we noticed throughout the day. The Associated Press, they actually apologized for the reporting yesterday because they kept changing the headlines. So it's interesting. It seems like people aren't trying to escalate it, but until we know the next steps, it's going to kind of be an overhang. But now, with what we saw with retail, and this is very simple, man. I'm telling you right now, this will be your key for tomorrow. There's going to be jobless claims data, and there's going to be real estate data, and this might actually move the market. So after watching retail sales and the surprise PPI, even hearing Christopher Waller today, one of the Fed people, he even made a comment saying, hey, he doesn't even care about the jobs report, but Powell does. This will be very important, and just with the market like trying to grasp for something, I actually think this might actually hit, whereas earlier this week I was saying, nah, I don't think the data is going to be big, and I'm kind of punting up until the minutes, so we will see, but that is going to come out in the morning. You're going to get real estate data. If that comes in bad, that will be bullish, but if real estate data comes in good, that will be bearish. And then for the jobless claims data, since it's opposite. Remember, jobless claims means unemployed, so a higher number would be bullish. A lower number, less people filing for unemployment or jobless claims, that would be bearish. So I think it could have an effect, again, with PPI and all of that, but that will be 1 hour before the bell. I will not be early, so again, I'm not going to treat it like the CPI, but I do want you to keep your eye out for this one. But that is key number one. Coming into key number two, man, you heard me bring this up a lot if you've been watching the watch list, and it's weird today, because technically this isn't our first red day, but it does feel like it. You know, Monday, believe it or not, was red. Tuesday, the candle was red, even though we were a little bit up. And now today, it was like decisively negative in red. And now this is what I'm saying, and it pairs up with data tomorrow. We've been waiting for a red day to either cover, hold, or reload for the upside, but the way it kind of came about was weird, but we feel it now. Why I say it's weird? Because the war stuff, that was the unexpected part of it. So keep that in mind. But one thing also about today, healthcare was barely red. There was materials and a couple of industries that were good. I think consumer staples because of some of the earnings, but there was a lot of rotation underneath the surface. That's why it looked decisively red today, but there was actually some people rotating to some safety. And then again, I mean, the bonds, man, the bonds actually did that as well too. So that is key number 2. And then finally, man, I hope I could keep you grounded with this one and understand we're talking about it. And I hope you hear it from me. It's like we're following a general plan, but things are like getting slowly shooken up. Be ready to move around. And this is one thing I want you to understand. The liquidity is low, and really these moves mean nothing. I went over it on stream. Here's this little pretty picture showing you the correlation, and it's like if something is up for 5 days, it'll be down in 6 months or a year. The point is the correlation through any moves this year, it hasn't shown you much. And even today, it was a very, very low volume day. So what I want you to understand, and it really felt like that today, is the market can hold up any level up until there is the data that's going to impact it or some level of news. Unfortunately, that's just the market that we are going to be in. So until we have things that are decisive and cause a new trend, the market is fine holding any level. And that's where I feel like we're just waiting for impact, good or bad, of data, and that's going to kind of cause the next impulse. Unfortunately, there's just not enough to move us without it. But keep all of that in mind. I hope it all helps you. I will see you there in the morning, but let us get into the plays. So right off the bat, I got 3 different stocks that I'm looking at. And this one, the first one, NVDA, I was already in it. I closed it in the morning for $100 profit before the earnings. They reported, and then I went short after hours. But the earnings are like, meh. They missed really bad on EPS. They barely beat their lowered guidance. Again, this quarter, they already lowered guidance, and they missed in some areas. They kept their outlook stable, and some companies have responded good and bad to that. That's why I'm like, it's meh. And even after hours, there was already an upgrade. So I'm feeling it's negative. I didn't really like the data, and especially since NVIDIA kept moving. Again, I still got the Qualcomm. I'm down on that one, but we talked about this. So I closed, took profits, reopened, but definitely tomorrow I would watch NVIDIA and any of their peers. But that is play number 1. And then play number 2, baby. This is a future, but you could play with TLT, SHI, any of the bond plays, even IEF is the closest to /ZN, and this is the 10-year bond. So I closed out today. I got about $800 profit. I think I even posted this one on my Instagram. Remember, this was following the Fed and the rally, and I was telling you the bonds are lagging behind, and you'll notice last couple of days, bonds got a little bit of a bid. Market hasn't done much, so it did what I expected, but I still think there's meat on the bone. So I love it, though. In general, just the volatility and uncertainty in bond land right now, it's a great opportunity, and just don't get it twisted. Even though bonds are the big money, the bond market doesn't know what's going to happen. That's why I like it. Everybody is arguing right now if the bonds have to go up or down, and really what I'm trying to show you here, this means there is going to be outsized moves in both directions. Now, shout out to Graham. He brought this up today. He's like, well, it's good to see that the bonds, though, like in real fear, they will give you that panic reaction. Even today I was talking about, I was like, well, I went long on my ES on one play. Even when I was down, my bonds started to rip for me. So keep all of this in mind, because it's just like there is a lot of opportunity here, but everybody's still debating, and we don't know. Nobody in the bond market really knows. Yeah, it's the big money, but like I'm saying, it might cause a lot of these moves. And when the market does nothing, dude, the bond market was super active today. So keep that one in mind. But that is play number 2. And then finally, baby, don't crucify me for this one, MBT. This is my micro Bitcoin short. I'm still holding it. I'm down like $80. Max I was down was like 300. Max I was up was 200. But I'm still holding it, and I may even want to add more. And I say don't crucify me because I love Bitcoin. Just don't forget, I bought Bitcoin at like $200. I bought Ethereum at $8. Like, go on this channel. And you will see, man, I was telling you to buy Bitcoin in 2016. Like, no lie, bro. Like, for real, go look it up. Or like 2018, even all of it. And just what I'm saying with it is, like, I love Bitcoin and I like it. But, dude, I've been going down the rabbit hole with everything. And I don't plan to hold this for long. I'm trying to get a volatility play. That's why I'm bringing up my history and my credentials to let you know I'm just trying to play a temporary move and make a little bit of trading money, okay? But my logic is I don't think the monster has truly came out in crypto. I just, after all of this, even Genesis today, bro, even the Winkle, whatever, the Voss twin, do they sell water? I don't know. But they even got in trouble a little bit. They've gated funds and like, it's getting weird. And even there's like, I posted it on the Twitter, Real Cult News, go check it out. There was a crazy article with like DMs between Sam, and it's just like, dude, the way this is like, it's showing that it's all connected to Luna. And remember, Luna had a little fallout and all of it, but I'm like, I just don't think we've seen the fallout when it's all said and done. So I want to play this for a trade. I could be wrong and I might pay for it. Again, Kathy Woods even bought the dip the other day. So it's just like the bonds. Everybody's kind of fighting for this opportunity. So I'm willing to get myself in the middle of it. And if the monster doesn't show up, I will be pleasantly surprised and I will like it. And I'll probably take no more than $1,000, $2,000 trade loss on the future. So there's that. But those are the main plays. As far as what I did today, actually, I don't know. Let's see. Oh yeah, we actually did make quite a couple of trades. But the first one that I started with, and I didn't put this one as the play because the data should come tomorrow before or after the bell. I went 100 shares on PRVB. This is a diabetes company, but they have a PDUFA tomorrow with the FDA. So pretty much the stock is either going to rip up or it's going to get killed. I don't know. I was explaining this today. Someone was like, why don't you wait till after? And it's because biotechs, I mean, literally a year ago today, we hit Longeveron. That was a crazy one, but they're a really, really big gamble. And kind of how it works, you put your chips on the table at first ahead of the event, and if the event goes through, approval or not, they flip the cards and you win, because after the approval, whether it's good or bad, the stock just moves so much. There's not really a chance to position after the fact. So that's why I kept it small. I only went in with $1,800. You'll see I started off the morning with this one, and then I also added another one late in the day. So I'm 200 shares total. My average is about 880 between those two purchases. So I like it. We'll see. A risky biotech. We'll see how that's going to play out. And then the next play, about 30 minutes in, I closed NVDA. I thought their earnings was on Thursday. I had a gain. I said, you know what? Let's take $100. Still going to hold the Qualcomm. Closed out of that one. Then I made a future trade, 3981 to like 3985. It was actually 2 hours there. I held it for a decent amount of time. It was like $200 or $300 profit on their net, so not too bad. And then the ZN other day, I closed it out about $800 profit, and I'm mad because like I really think it could go up. I'm hope if it pulls back, I'll take another one. But you know, we got in on both sides. We've been slowly running it up on ZN. That's what I'm saying. You know, there is a chance to take advantage of what the bonds are doing. But there was that. Then an hour later, there was actually Amazon is firing more people from the cloud, and I just didn't like it, even though I averaged down. I sold below my average, you'll notice, so I lost on the new shares, but the old shares we bought at the bottom were good. I still had 100 and change in profit, sold out of that one. Then I opened up an ES, which I'm still holding. Right now, I was up like $400. Now I'm break even on it, but I actually plan on writing that one into the data tomorrow. And then I added the PRV, and then there's my NVIDIA short after the bell. And I'm up $72 on it now. I was up like even like an extra $200 or $300 when it dropped, but we'll see how it plays out. I'm going to like it, but those were the main plays. As far as what I'm holding now, I'm just going to jump to this screen, and you could even see it here on the lower one. But I got the ES options, and again, still holding that one from here today. There's the Bitcoin short. I'm down 160 total on it. The MES, remember, this was a short early on. I'm still holding this one. It's a micro one, but I figured I'd ride it. That's why I didn't want to go too short on anything, because we still got a little exposure, but still got that. Still down on the Disney shares from earnings. That's the new NVIDIA that we just opened. The PRV down 50, Qualcomm down 1,600, and then Tesla down 301. And I'm pretty sure this is all of it. If I'm missing a couple, again, some might be old ones. There's old ones I've been clapped on that I'm still holding. But as far as anything recent in the last 90 to 120 days, I'm pretty sure that's most of it. And then I still got 6J and 6B. We're riding those in between with each other until we see more of the volatility play out. So I hope you're ready. But That is your watch list, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure hydrate, healthy, ready to go. Make sure post your watch list. Make sure we see you there in the morning. I need the armor on. I need the helmet shining. I need you to remember you put something in front of you. What is the shepherd? What is leading you? What is your guiding principle? And are you okay not knowing what's going to happen, baby? Embrace the uncertainty and watch everything unfold and stay in the game, baby. And God bless all of you, man, and all the ones showing love. You know, I'm in Zen mode. I'm trying not to yell too much. I'm trying not to go crazy, but for real, like I am in debt to you, and I don't just say that. And I know a lot of people say that we wouldn't be here without you. They all say that when they sell you stuff too, but it's just like for real, man. That's why it's like if I could show y'all love, and even then, all those messages you send, man, I feel bad I don't reply, man. I hope y'all could understand where I come from, but even then, the least I could do is show you my appreciation. But dude, the words don't mean nothing, man. Oh, stop playing with me. All that matters is action, baby. So let's bring it to life. I'm going to show you how much I love you. I'm going to wake up tomorrow and let's get it, baby. Let's go. Keep focused. Stay humble. Stay disciplined. And we got to close this out, Chad. And I know you got it. I know you know it. I know you feel the turning point. It's game time, baby. Hard.